I was fired instantly by my boss Elena because I looked too soft and slow, until one day I saved her from the thugs. The engine of the sleek, black sedan was the only thing that ever spoke in Arthur's presence. For 6 years, he had been the personal driver for Elena Vance, the CEO of Vance Enterprise, a woman whose ambition was as sharp as her tongue. Elena measured her success by the speed of her subordinates' heart rates. She viewed Arthur's quiet, steady demeanor not as professionalism, but as a lack of spine. "Do you ever have an original thought, Arthur?" she would snap. "Or are you just a placeholder for a steering wheel?" Arthur would simply adjust the rearview mirror, offer a respectful nod, and remain silent. Finally, one Tuesday morning, due to traffic congestion, Arthur changed Elena's route without informing her in advance. Though they reached in time, but Elena was furious without any logical reason. "You're too slow, too soft, and frankly, too pathetic for this company," she told him, tossing his final check onto the passenger seat. Arthur took the check, thanked her for the opportunity, and walked away. He didn't look back. 3 months later, the city was gripped by a rare, brutal blizzard. Elena was leaving a high-stakes investor dinner downtown, her own luxury SUV nowhere to be found in the gridlock, and her security detail delayed by a series of pile-ups on the highway. Stranded in a desolate, industrial district as the streetlights flickered out, Elena stepped into the biting wind. She was cold, terrified, and realized too late that she was being followed by a group of men who had been watching the high-profile exit from the building. She ducked into a narrow, snow-packed alleyway, her designer heels sinking into the ice. She was cornered, just as the men closed in. A heavy, beat-up truck skidded into the mouth of the alley with professional precision. The headlights blinded the attackers. A figure stepped out. It was Arthur. He didn't speak. He didn't brag. He simply opened the passenger door of his truck, keeping his eyes locked on the men advancing toward them. He immediately sensed that the men are not professionals, and one of them was having a pistol. Problem with unprofessional thugs is that they fire in fear and confusion. He stepped out and with precision he struck the first advancing man, knocking him down of the ground. He immediately kicked the other individual who tried to grab him from the behind. Third man approaching for his gun was handled with a swift blow that he never saw it coming, and the last one ran away. Elena scrambled into the truck, shivering uncontrolled. Arthur turned the heat to full blast and handed her a thermos of coffee from his dash. He drove her to the safety of her apartment building in complete silence. He didn't ask for a reward, nor did he ask for his job back. As the car came to a stop, Elena looked at him, really looked at him, for the first time. The man she had called weak was the only person in her entire empire who had shown up when she had nothing left to offer him. She reached for the door handle, her hand trembling. "Arthur," she began, her voice brittle. "Why? After how I treated you, why did you stop?" Arthur looked at the road ahead, his face as calm as the day she fired him. "Ma'am," he said softly, "my job was to keep you safe. I was never keeping you safe for your sake. I was keeping you safe because your father tasked me to do so. Despite you firing me, it is my responsibility to protect you." He tipped his cap, and as Elena stepped out into the cold, the truck pulled away, disappearing into the snow, leaving the CEO with nothing but the silence she had once so arrogantly mocked. In the quiet aftermath, sitting in her high-rise apartment, the luxury that once defined her success suddenly felt hollow, a sterile stage set for a life lived in a vacuum of ego. For the first time, she began to dismantle the architecture of her own arrogance, realizing that she had confused fear-induced compliance with actual loyalty. She looked at her reflection and saw not the invincible titan of industry she had curated, but a woman who had spent years mistaking kindness for incompetence. The weight of Arthur's unwavering integrity pressed down on her, exposing the fragility of her own character and leaving her to grapple with the haunting realization that she had been the one truly bankrupt all along.